Hey Flower Tribe, it's Kelly Lehman from Cranberry Fields Flower Farm and of course Lucy Lehman. And today I want to give you some quick tips on what I do with my hydrangeas during a heat wave. So we've had temperatures here in New Jersey that have been like 95, 100, 101 for the past few days, and it's going to be 100 again today. So I need to take some drastic measures right now to keep these hydrangeas, going strong. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in here and I'm going to give it like a really good deadheading. I'm going to get rid of some of these blooms that have gotten like super crispy. But instead of just cutting them off, you'll notice that sometimes with the blooms that got a little crispy on the top, a lot of times on the bottom, they still have beautiful, beautiful color. So what I'm going to do is come in here and I'm going to clip off some of these, flower heads, but I'm going to wind up making arrangements out of them because if I can get like, 5 or 6 or 7 flower heads that look like this, it makes for a really beautiful arrangement. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of hide this part that's all kind of crispy and I'll put that towards like the inside of the arrangement. So when I have them in a vase, it's going to be with the beautiful side facing out, the crispy side kind of, facing inside. So all the crispy flowers touch each other and nobody actually sees them. So the reason why I'm cutting these off right now is because I want to make sure that the plant isn't getting stressed. It's not going to have to support all that, weight of these heavy blooms that are already, just about past their prime. And it also tells the plant that it doesn't have to worry about doing the work of having the flower head go to seed. So right now this plant is under enough pressure, enough stress right now because of these crazy temperatures. So by clipping that, by giving that little deadheading or, like just, cutting off those flowers for the arrangement, you're alleviating all that extra weight from the plant. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And when I do that, I just go down to like a fresh set of leaves. I think when I make this arrangement, I'm going to make it a short arrangement. So I'm going to go down to a fresh set of leaves right about here. Let me get the camera in there better and give it a little clip. And then I just kind of strip off the leaves. Oh, I kind of lost that guy. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to go down and get him. Let me get another guy. Fresh set of leaves. Right above a fresh set of leaves is the best place to cut. And it's best to do this in the morning before the plant is totally dehydrated. And then I'm just going to strip off some of these leaves. Let me do that now. Hold on. A lot of times I just strip them off with my finger. And once I strip off those leaves, I just put it in like some room temperature water. And when I bring them inside, they're going to cool off and then I'm just going to like arrange them. So that's the story with that. Now, for the watering, a lot of people have asked me about the watering during a heat wave. And the best advice I can give you for watering hydrangeas is to always water them at the base in the morning. And so I always do that. And I make sure that I don't overwater them because sometimes you can overwater hydrangeas. So you just kind of put your finger in the ground. If the soil feels moist, leave it alone. If the soil's dry, give it a good soaking at the base. But I do have to say that I'm going to give you like a little extra advice for when there's a heat wave. So I find that even when I do that watering in the morning, when these temperatures are 100 degrees day after day after day, I'm still seeing signs of this burn up. And so to prevent that, I will do, and nobody go bananas on me for saying this, but I will do an overhead watering early in the morning to prevent this. Because at this point, the temperatures are just scorching. And even though I'm watering at the base of the plant, these flowers they're going to burn up. So I need to do an overhead watering only because we have this crazy like heat wave. And it's the only time that I'll really do that. But I'll make sure that I do it in the morning. Now, if you do an overhead watering later afternoon or like, before nighttime temperatures come, you might wind up getting those brown spots. Sometimes people will see like brown spots on their leaves. And a lot of times those are like some fungal issues that's caused by having wet leaves as you go into like, the afternoon and nighttime temperatures. But if you can get away with giving them like a really nice soaking early in the morning, hydrangea flowers and leaves can absorb that water through their flowers and through their leaves. So it'll make the blooms look more like this. So these guys are still looking fresh, even though they've been in those crazy, crazy temperatures. And another thing you could do, I know I do, this sounds like so silly, but if I have an event and I have to make sure that these blooms don't, get totally crispy during like a heat wave, I will actually put like a little umbrella over some of my favorite blooms. So the thing I don't like about this method is that you're kind of like keeping some of that heat trapped in underneath here. But I've got like this this section of my hydrangeas that's just getting too much sun right now. So what I'll do is I'll kind of rotate that umbrella around. I'll actually prop it up too. Like right now it's not in a good spot because it's kind of like laying too heavy on the plant, but I'll kind of prop it up a little bit higher just to get some of that crazy heat off of the plant for today. And so I think by tomorrow the heat wave is going to break. I'm not going to have to worry about having this silly umbrella out here, and I'm probably not going to do the overhead watering anymore. But for today, those are two of the techniques that I'm doing just to kind of get us through this heat wave. So let me know what temperatures are like in your neck of the woods. I know most of a lot of the states right now are getting like totally creamed by these crazy temperatures. So let me know what's going on. And also, guys, let me know where you're viewing this from in this great, big, beautiful world. I love to see how our flower tribe is growing around the globe each week. And please check out my new online gardening courses. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great Sunday, everybody, and stay cool.